this video we will discuss about motion lesson. It is one of the lesson in your textbook. So in this lesson we will discuss about main keywords. What are the important keywords in this lesson that we will discuss? The first one is motion. We will discuss about motion, and after that we will discuss about distance and displacement, and next we will discuss about speed and velocity, acceleration, graphical representation of motion. These are the key words in this lesson. Those we will discuss. Now we will see the definition of motion. Motion means movement of any object from one position to another position is called as motion. Means movement of any object. Object is moving from one position to another position. Any object, if it is moving from one place to another place, that is called motion. Motion along a straight line means when an object moves along a straight line. If any object moving in straight line, the motion of the object is called rectilinear motion. If any object moving in straight line, that is called rectilinear motion. For example, if you see here, motion of a car on highway. If you observe any car while going time on the highway, it will go straight line. That motion we can say rectilinear motion. That car was in rectilinear motion. And now we will see the definition of distance. Length of path covered by a moving of an object means in the given time is called distance. Length of path covered by a moving an object. For example, if any car started here, so it's reached up to there, the length we can call distance. We should consider time also here. Not only length, we should consider time plus length. That we can call distance. So the SI units of distance is meter. Now we will see the definition of displacement. The shortest distance measured from initial to final position. Initial to final position of an object is known as the displacement. For example, now I started car. So just the car moved up to 5 minutes. After that, again I started car. The car is moved up to 20 minutes. So first 5 minutes. After that 20 minutes. Which is the shortest distance? 5 minutes. That 5 minutes we can say displacement. The car got displacement. That I am saying initial to final position. Shortest. The shortest distance where 5 minutes is the shortest distance and 20 minutes little bit far. So the shortest distance measured from initial to final position of an object is known as the displacement. Now another one, uniform motion. When an object covers equal distances in equal intervals of a time, means equal distances and equal intervals of time. Means now I started car. This car where 5 minutes it is taking to reach 5 kilometers. And next again that same time it will take for 5 kilometers it will take 5 minutes, and after that the third minute also it will take 5 kilometers. 5 kilometers for 5 minutes, 5 kilometers for 5 minutes, 5 kilometers for 5 minutes. Like that it will take that same time and same distance it will take. For 5 minutes it is going 5 kilometers that car. So that is called uniform motion. That is called uniform motion. Now you see non-uniform motion. When an object covers unequal distances in equal intervals, means equal intervals of time. That means 5 minutes you take, just 5 minutes you take. But first time it is going 5 kilometers. After that it is again after that same time 5 minutes if you take 5 minutes, it will go 10 kilometers. After that, again, if you consider 5 minutes, it is going 20 minutes. First it went 5 kilometers only. After that, it is going 10 kilometers. After that, it is going 20 kilometers. The distance was changed. First 5 minutes, the next 10 kilometers, after the 20 kilometers, like that the distance was changed. But time is same, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. That we can call non-uniform motion. Now we will see the speed definition. Speed that we can denote by S. The distance traveled by an object in unit time is referred to as speed. That means in the speed definition we have to consider distance and unit time. For example, now the distance is 20 kilometers. When it is reached after 10 minutes, that we can call speed. That means for example, now I want to go 20 kilometers. Now I reached there 20 kilometers. How much time it is taken? For example, 10 minutes time it is taken. So 10 minutes it's reached to 20 kilometers. For 20 kilometers, how much time it is taking? 10 minutes. That we can say speed. So the SI unit is meter by second. Meter by second. Speed units are meter by second. And after that, if you see average speed definition for non-uniform motion, it is applicable for only non-uniform motion. The average speed, it will be not applicable for uniform motion. It will be applicable only for non-uniform motion. The average speed of an object is obtained by dividing the total distance traveled by an object by the total time taken. Why we have to consider only for non-uniform motion? Because for non-uniform motion is taking different kilometers, that I already said equal interval times, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. But here it is going 5 kilometers, here it is going 10 kilometers, here it is going 20 kilometers. But time is same, but the distances are different. So that is called non-uniform motion. In that time, you can't say particularly what is the speed of car in that time. Because first if you see that car went 5 kilometers within 5 minutes. After that, that same car it went to 10 kilometers in the same time, 5 minutes. After that, if you see that same car, it is reached 20 kilometers within 5 minutes. So that is uniform motion that car was. You can't say. But in the uniform motion you can say. How? The car 5 minutes, 10 kilometers. After that also the same car it is reaching 10 kilometers, 5 kilometers it is reaching 5 minutes. It's taking 5 minutes time. After that again for 5 kilometers it is taking 5 minutes. So easily you can say what is the speed of car? 5 minutes for 5 kilometers. But here you can't say, different distances are there, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers. So that in that case, in non-uniform motion, we should consider average speed. Average speed is equal to total distance traveled by total time taken. And after that, velocity. The definition of velocity: speed of an object in a particular direction is named as velocity. For example, that car going in this direction, the car is going in this direction. So we can say the velocity, the direction, in which direction this car is going, this direction you will say. That is called velocity. For example, car is going this direction. So we can say the velocity of car is in this direction. That is called velocity. Now we will see the definition of acceleration. The rate of change of velocity is termed as acceleration. Previously I said the definition of velocity. What is velocity? For example, if the car is moving in this direction, the velocity is also in that direction. If the car is going in this direction, the velocity also will be in this direction. Now the car it is going in this way, so you can say velocity also in this way. Suddenly the car changed that direction like this. So immediately what you will say? The velocity also will change the direction. So the changes we can call acceleration. Acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity by time. They will give some calculations to find out the acceleration. The values they will give, final velocity is this much and the initial velocity is this much and time is this much. Now find out the acceleration. If they ask you, you can use this formula, final velocity minus initial velocity by time. The SI unit of acceleration is meter by second square, that we can denote by m by s square. Some formulas, some important formulas I want to say here. For these three, distance, speed, time. For example, they will ask you in the questions, they will give speed value and time value. Find out the distance. If they ask you, distance is equal to speed into time. So when you want to calculate the distance, they will give speed value, time value. In that case, you can use this formula. And after that, sometimes they will give distance value and speed value. That time you have to find out time. Time is equal to distance by speed. Sometimes they will give distance and time. That time you have to find out speed. They will ask you find out the speed. Then the formula is speed is equal to distance by time. If you want to calculate the distance, then this formula, speed into time. If you want to calculate the time, then distance by speed. If you want to calculate the speed, then distance by time. We will see one calculation that is related to average speed. I already told average speed formula, total distance traveled by total time taken. So now we will see once this calculation. If an object travels 10 meters in 3 seconds and 12 meters in 7 seconds, then its average speed would be, means here they given 10 meters in 3 seconds, that same object is moving 12 meters in 7 seconds. Distance is different and time is also different, that we can say non-uniform motion. So related to non-uniform motion, if you want to calculate, we should apply average speed. Average speed is suitable for non-uniform motion. So the average speed is equal to total distance traveled by total time taken. So first we have to calculate total distance. Where is the total distance? Here one distance and here another distance. 10 meters and 12 meters. These are the two distances we have to add. Then you will get total distance traveled. So total distance is equal to 12 meters plus 12 meters, that is 22 meters. Next, total time taken, means here 3 seconds and here 7 seconds. If we add these two, then we will get total time taken. So total time taken is equal to 3 seconds plus 7 seconds, then 10 seconds total time taken. So we can apply these two values in here. Total distance how much? 22 meters. Total time taken how much? 10 seconds. Then finally if you cancel these two, you will get to 2.2 meter by second average speed. So now we will see graphical representation. The graphical representation between distance and time. So now the distance time graph for uniform speed. If the car was on the uniform motion, then distance and time, how it will be, that we can see in the graphical method. So on the x-axis I taken time, on the y-axis I taken distance. So always see, if the car was in uniform speed, it gives straight line. Now we will see distance time graph for non-uniform speed. Means the car, it is going in non-uniform speed. In that time, the distance and time, how it will be in the graphical method, that we will see. On the x-axis again I taken time, and on the y-axis I taken distance. Then the graph, it gives curve shape it will give. And next, the distance and time graph for a body at rest, that means that car is not going anywhere. the car it was on the same place. So that time how it will be? The distance and time. So here time on x-axis and distance on y-axis. Then what happened? The graph it will give parallel to the x. This is the x-axis. So it is parallel. It is parallel to the x-axis. Otherwise you can say it is parallel to the time. This is the graphical representation of distance and time when it is in uniform speed, when it is in non-uniform speed, when the body is at rest position. Previously we saw the graphical representation of distance and time. Now we will see the graphical representation of velocity and time. Velocity and time graph for uniform acceleration. When the object was in the uniform acceleration, then how was the graph? So we should take time on x-axis and velocity on y-axis. Then the graph it gives straight line. After that, if you see velocity time graph for non-uniform acceleration, again on the x-axis I taken time, on the y-axis I taken velocity. The graph it is giving zigzag line. So this is about a relation between velocity and time when it is in uniform acceleration and when it is in non-uniform acceleration. This is about the motion lesson. These are the very important topics in your motion lesson. Thank you.